and I'm pressing the start recording button. Welcome back to the Degenerates podcast. Today,
Hey.
I am joined by my lovely co-hosts, who are the usuals. Grimmy Boy.
Howdy.
Hi.
I switched it up, Junie. Get fucked. The Junie Boy.
Yes, hello, hi. I am angry.
And we have a special guest, the Callie.
I didn't watch the movie.
You didn't watch the movie.
No, you don't tell them that.
Honestly,
that's a secret.
Honestly, I was kind of gonna let it go and just see what people thought. But yeah, Kelly didn't watch the movie. Her and Grim drank for 2.5 hours after the movie was over because Grim's a piece of shit. We love Grim.
Rat me out.
I'm ratting you out. Get fucked. But yeah, we're actually gonna talk about the fucking movie now. So, Good Boy 2025 had a budget of $750,000. So pretty indie here. Opening weekend did 2.3 mil. Not bad at all. Still going higher, obviously. We're gonna jump right into this fucking movie. Good Boy. It's not about 7 muscle mommies, goth Latinas stepping on a young man's balls, as you may think. There's actually a dog in this fucking movie. The whole movie is a dog POV of a horror movie. Do I really want to get into initial thoughts before we go into spoilers?
Just you can go for like
initial thoughts. Then, yeah.
Okay. I think this movie was made. I think I'll give my fucking rating to start the fucking movie. I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. I'm giving it a 3.
Really?
A 3?
Yeah,
I don't think it was bad.
I don't think it was good.
That's a pretty low
You can say average is a 5.
Yeah, I could say
It's a
that.
movie.
I would say that. Absolutely.
5 is it's a movie.
It's a movie. It's a movie. I don't think this was a movie. I feel like this was a dog getting some fucking Snapchat pictures of it, basically. And then we kind of have a weird fucking story in the background that doesn't make much sense. Has a lot of symbolism that is just why? It's creepy mud monsters.
I see that, but I think personally I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
I really like this one.
That's a very generous review.
Yeah, I know, but like
There's
something. Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
There's something
I
about
feel you,
it.
sister.
So did you think it was a 10 out of 10 before or after the fisting compilation?
I was
Ooh.
gonna likewise ask you, Tyro. Do you think your score is only a 3 out of 10 because we had to wait 2.5 hours to talk about it?
No, I did not like this movie very much. I would have preferred. Here, I'll give you some quotes. I would have preferred them just strapping a what's the fuck's it called? A GoPro to the dog and let me watch that. And also, I said I'm a cunt if this movie gets better, but right now it's the slow burn equivalent to Freddie Mercury with AIDS. Yeah, I mean,
Which they did do that as a movie already.
Yeah, basically. I mean, okay, let's jump right into the fucking movie. We get into a dark room with a dog and a brother. We don't know what the fuck's going on. There's some ominous lighting. There's shadow monsters. You may think there's shadows at the very
Hold on. Hold on. Spoilers. We're now talking about the movie.
Yeah,
that's like the first 5.
Yeah, it's the first 2 minutes
of the movie.
at the very least.
Yeah,
it's
I
whatever.
Figured we'd say it
It is a
now at
spoiler.
this point, whatever point in the recording, that this is when
Genuinely.
spoilers start.
We are spoiling.
If you're listening to a podcast about a movie,
Yeah.
I feel like there's gonna be spoilers.
Yeah, you do.
hopefully you've seen
nice
the
of you.
movie.
I just want to put a stamp here in case the people haven't watched it.
Do you think when I edit in a stamp, you think we're that technical?
Fucking
No.
maybe.
Just
not
have
doing
it
that,
like
but-
blinking, flashing big in red with the red circle around it too,
Spoiler.
just so to like make sure that it's like really set in. That
Then
we're
when everybody had
diving into how
epileptic seizures real
this
quick.
good boy got fisted by a muscle mommy time and
Yeah.
time again.
Movie
My
I
bad.
love
Did I
joking on
just-
my friends. the entire time.
Did I just spoil some of
You
it?
did. That's the whole
Absolutely.
movie. You had
Was
to
actually the
get
entire
that far
movie.
into it.
My bad.
We're
It's my
sitting in this
favorite
fucking dark room. There's shadows everywhere. You're watching the dog. The dog is. It's essentially an entire movie about whenever your dog runs to the corner of the fucking house and starts barking at the corner. What the fuck's going on? That's this movie. That is this entire movie. And then they made a fucking weird little extra story with fucking grandpa. There's a grandpa eventually. It's not much of a spoiler, but getting there. There's some weird monsters. There's some different views. There's some things you're confused as shit about the entire movie, and let's get into it. Okay. Todd. Todd is sitting in a room with his dog, Indy. Hell yeah. Vera is calling him We don't know who the fuck Vera is. He's not answering. He's being a bitch, or so we think. However, we get into noticing that Todd is just leaking blood from orifices, etc., crevices, all of them. It's a great time for him, I'm sure. Indy notices Vera comes into the room. It's Vera. Vera's the sister. Oh, ooh, ooh. Okay. So I'm pretty sure right here, Junie, we're getting into them talking about how like, it could be like a thing about you being injured, etc. Dogs know stuff.
Yeah, they were having a lovely phone conversation. Todd and his sister were talking about whether or not, like, the dog had noticed anything odd, and like the dog, the entire time the dog is like looking in every which way direction at like some weird shadow monster that's popping up in the room.
Yes. Also, the thing that is annoying the fuck out of me, but I also like kind of like, I'm really fucking torn on it. It's the way they do exposition, and it's like all where the dog is just kind of like slightly out of earshot, but you're still hearing it. But it's like tedious because it's the way they do every bit of exposition. But it's also like, I don't know. It's not as like direct forward as like getting punched in the face by like an old man in a fucking haunted house. Like, there used to be big titty bitches hanging out here at night, and those big titty witches may come out and fucking spook you at night. I don't know. I don't fucking know. We're in the
sounded very, very
I'm angry.
aggro about this.
Yeah, you sound very upset about the movie.
I'm angry about the movie like taking my time from me, but I'm also angry about Grim doing the exact same thing. So it's a wombo combo of me being
I
on
didn't
my
take any
fucking
time. You guys were playing games,
wait.
having fun.
for the first.
What exactly did
second.
Grim do?
Yeah, what did I
left
do?
me. He left me, and he
I
was
was
a bitch.
I was a good boy.
I'll be back in 15 minutes, guys. I'm just gonna have a drink. I'm gonna have a drink of wine, and I see your tongue out, you dumb dirty bitch. Okay.
No.
So we're in the rain. It's pouring rain. Todd is taking Indy to Grandpa's. Vera is confused by this, or she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" At the very least, it seems. Todd is trying to find a key. Indy is sitting in the passenger seat, and she sees behind the car a weird shadow figure. This is the fucking like second or third shadow figure that you've seen in 2 minutes, and I promise you, this is the fucking movie. This is you hear whispers and you hear shadow figures and a little bit more. That's kind of it.
There's a lot of use of shadowy mud people.
They did.
That
The
sounds,
sisters did
mud
say like
people sounds like a slur. It's literally a man covered in mud.
I was
in
gonna call them
like,
the black
actual
cum
shots.
people, but yeah,
they
that
did.
also
The
sounded
sister
bad.
did say that like no one lived there longer than a month besides Grandpa, and he still died there.
Grandpa got the best of it, apparently. Yes. Todd is looking for a key, finds a key. Or does he finds the key, gets Indy to go with him, and we get the cease of the shadow people. We're going into Grandpa's house. Grandpa's house looks like a fucking war crime. It looks like a building in Gaza, respectfully. Actually, I've seen buildings on TikTok in Gaza that look better than Grandpa's house, to be honest with you. However, it is kind of quaint and cozy. It is a little bit cozy, but it's also to the point where it's a little bit big and haunted. That makes sense. Each room is cozy, but the house itself is like long hallway. It's cluttered.
A lot of boxes.
It's like there's a demon floating about the house, quite literally.
And it might be exactly like that, Johnny Boy. It might be. Vera kind of alludes to the house being a creepy haunted house, while Todd is like, I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're fucking dumb, and I think you're a woman, is what he basically says.
He's very aggro
What's
with
wrong
his
with
sister.
that?
Exactly. What's wrong with being
A lot
woman?
of things.
Everything.
A lot
Are
of
you
things.
Callie? Are you asking what's wrong with Todd's opinion?
What's wrong with being a woman?
Everything.
Oh, well, you see.
Okay. I
All
needed
the
to
things,
clarify.
actually. I think.
Yeah.
Okay. That was my one where I'm going to be blatantly misogynistic. Ironically. Okay, we're done. We're done with the misogyny.
It's only ironic.
Oh, you being sarcastic?
Or you?
Oh, yeah, me.
I'm just asking because it's just like, how's the movie Good Boy without a woman present?
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, there's literally no female presence in the entire. Actually, no, there was one.
Vera shows up twice.
The sister. The
shows up
sister,
twice.
but during phone call.
I don't
mean to
count
tell
her.
me this got 82% on Rotten Tomatoes without a woman present?
Did you see the dog?
Exactly.
That's impressive.
You the dog?
That is.
It's a cute dog.
It it was a cute dog.
And a little bit spoiler for later in the movie, this dog is trained to do some crazy shit, like jump out of a fucking window.
Was trained.
I don't know if it was trained or not, but they fucking said yeet.
Was it trained better than Airbud?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Airbud could not handle the moves that Indy pulls off here.
Wasn't there a? I think we were near a house that one of the dogs we worked near had dogs from the Airbud movies.
They're bringing Airbud back actually.
Yeah. Are they?
From the dead?
Yeah. AI Airbud.
AI Airbud.
I would not put it past them. I'm pretty
What's
sure.
that
I
weather
think
be
just
doing?
like the movies in general.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Interesting. I feel like those are early 2000s bangers, but I don't know.
Sorry to sidetrack.
I'm
What?
sorry.
Stop listening to TikTok.
Which one of you was that?
It
was
was
Kelly.
not me.
So Indy gets let in the house. Indy starts wandering through the dark house, looking outside through the rainy window. It's some ambiance, I can't lie. There are some really good shots in this. I'm shitting on it because I feel like the story was a very slow burn with not much of a payoff for the most part. Indy's looking through a rainy window, sees a light go off, and then we get to see the second or third shadow figure here. Yeah. Once again, it's pretty fucking slow, and that was what we got for that night. Next day, Indy is fucking going outside. We're fucking leaping. I said, those are some good ass leaps, Indy. Good boy. See what I did there? I did it. Also, if you're listening,
Oh my
I'm calling you a
gosh.
good boy. Don't come too hard.
You said the title.
I said it.
He did it.
Guys,
Woo.
clap for me.
Good boy.
Okay, all right. Now we have gooners coming in the chat. All right. Are we going to the cemetery to see Grandpa? Is what my question is, and not really, kind of, I guess. We kind of just walk
He
in the
said
cemetery.
everyone that lived, like, family-wise, was buried there.
Yes, he said
Yeah.
basically, all my relatives are dead as fuck and sitting in this cemetery, and they're like 20 years old. Foreshadowing. Crazy. Todd commands Indy to stay right at the edge of a log, and then Todd momentarily disappears. We get a little bit of a shot where Todd is walking away. Well, actually, we don't get to see Todd walk away. We get to see fucking Indy looking around for literally 2 seconds, and then Todd is in Zimbabwe, apparently. And then we see the creepy black cum monster. I'm going to say it because it's a fun thing to say. I'm never going to say that again, probably. Approach Indy.
It was a shadow walking towards the dog.
Yes, it was a shadow, but it looked like a creepy black cum monster, and I want to say that.
Yes.
It turns out to be a hunter. This hunter is a very old family friend.
Neighbor.
He was I think he knew Todd whenever he grew up. Is how he
Yeah,
said.
he did.
family
But
friend.
he was also a neighbor. He was a family friend that was also neighbor to the grandpa's house
Yes,
when they used to live there.
absolutely. Great time. He warns Todd about the fox traps. He's saying, "Oh, you guys are out here and there's foxes and stuff." You may think that comes back at some point. The fox traps things. It doesn't. Well, actually, I guess it does.
It
No,
does.
it does.
No,
No, it does.
it
once.
does.
It does.
That was another good point too. Like it comes up sort of at one scene, but like the way it was implied, it just felt like it was a Chekhov's gun without like the actual introduction of the gun.
Yeah.
Agent see the traps or anything. It just was told about it. And this kind of comes to play at one point.
Yeah, I thought about it after a minute. We do get some kind of play at it, but it also isn't at all what I thought a fucking fox trap is. It
wasn't like a little mini bear trap.
That is exactly what I was thinking it was.
It was like a noose, kind of.
It's a snare, yeah.
It's almost like those little fucking dog collars where you pull the thingy and it retracts and you fucking zip your Shih Tzu right back to you after it's being a little twat. It's
I'm
like
not
that.
gonna lie. You started the conversation with those little collars, and I thought you were about to do some Hassan Piker shit and talk about shock collars.
No, like the little retractable fucking like leash things.
You guys never been in a fox trap before?
There was
Have you been in a fox trap before?
So
yeah, she's really pretty.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a place here in Florida called the Fox Trap, and I was not expecting it to be nearly as many naked people.
I'm looking up fox trap on Urban Dictionary.
They put me in a lot of snares.
A good-looking girl who is very pretty and has a nice body, but possesses horrible, scraggly-looking teeth.
All
right, Callie says she's fucking.
It's such a game changer.
I'm so glad for you that you fucking
Everything
snug
is
with
so awesome until she starts
Smiles.
talking.
Let it close your mouth. Put your hand over like a paper bag. Just cover her mouth.
Mhm.
Just shut up. Like we do with all other
He-
women. Just put your hand over the
He,
mouth. Just
he's
shut
a
up.
medical math.
What
Wait a
happened to
minute.
just one sexism per?
No, that was just
fucking-
blatant misogyny. That one was just unironic
This is
blatant
the
Yeah,
misogyny. Sorry.
one sexism per fucking.
I wanted to treat the audience
Callie
today.
shows up.
Yeah,
It's all
honestly,
sexism. Yeah. It's
Grim-
okay if we say this because there's a woman here now.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She's also gay, so like we can say homophobic
We
slurs
can
as well.
say anything.
Yeah.
That's not what that means.
She gave us the pass, guys.
Yeah, she
I
gave us all the
didn't.
passes.
I didn't say it. Say the word. Actually,
Fuck,
say
she
it.
called my bluff. All right, back to the story.
Say it. Say it right now.
I did really like the way that Todd treats Indy like a companion. I think that's great. I think that's the best part of the movie until he doesn't do that anymore. Yeah, spoiler. So in this movie, I don't know if we're getting just like 17,000 dreams or if we're getting some sort of flashbacks, premonitions, whatever this combination of things is. We get a flashback or a dream of something ominous attacking Grandpa's dog.
Who the fuck
well-
just sounded like an Animal Crossing villager?
I definitely heard a
Wednesday.
cat meow.
That was definitely you.
It was Wednesday. Come here.
That was definitely you.
That could not be me. I
They
was
do not-
actually muted.
You guys want to say hi Wednesday?
Yeah, hi Wednesday.
Meow for them. Meow for them, dirty little black slut. Sorry. She's
What?
black. She's black.
What?
She's black.
Oh, wait.
She's black.
You won't say the F word, but
He said
She's
that kind of
black.
aggressively.
She's a little black kitty. She's my little fucking Halloween kitty.
Mm.
A little Jack in the Pussy
Sign
box.
this one time.
So yeah, dream, flashback, premonition, whatever. Indy's watching something ominous happen to Grandpa's dog. It gets grabbed by something. We don't know what the fuck it is. Okay, next day, Todd wakes up. He's like, "Hey, Indy, you want some breakfast? Let's get some breakfast. Sick, breakfast time." Gives Indy a bowl, and then Indy goes to the fucking couch, looks out the window, and 80% of the day is gone. We do hear a dog whine from the vent on the floor. We we're presuming, obviously, that it's fucking Grandpa's dog and there's some spooky shit happening. Ghost stuff. Ooh. Ghost dog then appears. Fucking nuts. It's Ghost Dog. Ghost Dog leads us upstairs. And leads Indy to its old bandana. And we get some more flashbacks of a weird fucking shadow creature. It's sick. It's great. There's so many fucking shadow creatures. It's like Skinamarink, but I want to lobotomize myself. That's what it is. What did I say? Todd is fucked up for the crime of being mean to Todd is fucked up for the crime of being mean to Indy. I sentence you to shadow person lobotomy is what I say. Okay.
No, yeah. So Todd was on the bed coughing. He was like, "Not now, Indy. Back off, back up." And then Indy kept getting close to him. He kind of like chokehold Indy for a second, and then pushed them away. Just like,
Yes.
I said, "Not now, Indy." And
We
push him
are-
away because he was going through a lot. Like you could see like the wound on his arm being patched up. You can tell he kind of got like tested on of some kind,
Yeah.
and he was coughing pretty heavily. So he was kind of mean to the dog that was trying to get into his like face while he was trying to lay down.
Yes. Correct. Yeah, we're watching basically Todd go downhill with his health and with his mental health as well. It's kind of like a double combo. We're starting to see him acting weird with Indy, him acting weird in general. Yes. Okay. After this, Indy has a dream about a shadow person at the cemetery and wakes up to a trail of leaves or mud or something. Don't fucking know what it was. So I can't stand this Skinamarink fucky resolution from Shadow shit, which it is purposely trying to do that because it is so dimly lit, etc. It is trying to be.
It was a really
Ominous.
dark movie.
It was, but it's just
The entire movie is shot in like the basement of a fucking other basement, and that's why they have no lighting fixtures there. They also literally were running the house on a generator that ran out of gas frequently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's some
so it
crackhead
was
type
very
shit.
not a clear movie. I can see what it was trying to do. It was trying to play on the fear of you see dark figures in the corner type stuff, but from a dog perspective.
yes. So the footprints, I believe they're footprints. I don't think they're leaves. I think they're footprints. End up leading us to Todd bashing his fucking head on the basement door. Just straight up fucking trying to kill himself. Great time, fantastic. Not really going too hard, but he was just doing it enough to leave a spot of blood across the wall, which enough. Indy finds him, and we're getting a bunch of foreshadowing about the basement. What's going on in the basement? There's some crazy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that so Indy ends up going downstairs and there's a grandpa flashback.
Telling Indy to run.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
But the point that I really want to point out here is that Indy pisses all over the floor in like being
Cute.
scared.
Yeah.
Did they have to train the dog to piss on the carpet?
Yeah, they probably had to like get it to piss on command or something.
They just kind of just sprinkled water out, like this practical effects, you know.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't be too hard, but
It
at
was
the same time, Indy pissed. Good girl, good boy. Is Indy a boy or a girl? I still don't know. I feel like it's
I'm
a girl.
guessing
the
this is
movie,
Good Boy.
the movie title, Tyro, please.
Well,
It says Good Boy.
listen. Whenever Todd in the movie tells Indy, "You're a good," it doesn't say "good boy." Todd says "good dog." That's all he says.
he
No,
does say Good
he
Boy.
says Good Boy at the
He
end.
says good boy multiple
Maybe
times.
Yeah.
it
And
was
dumb.
something similar to like the Invincible show, where if he said it, like it would bring it to like a title card.
Title card.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Fuck.
yeah, they do it repeatedly.
I love
Good
the
Yeah.
title
boy.
card.
Bow, 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 bow.
I'm gonna think about dead meat for 20 minutes. Title card. Okay. I say here, if Indy dies, I'm fisting the director. So we get Indy coming back inside, covered in mud from being in the basement, I guess. In the morning?
Todd can't find Indy, so you
Yes.
hear him for a little bit, for like a minute, searching for Indy. He goes in the basement, makes halfway down, like, Indy, where are you? And the basement door slowly closes, and Indy was behind the basement door,
Yes.
being covered in black sludge a little bit.
Yeah.
Just, he's like, "Oh, Indy, how do you get there, Houdini?" And he takes him to a bath to go wash up Indy.
Yes. A really cool scene here. Todd's just washing Indy, giving Indy a good old bath, and then projectile vomits in his face.
And he's like, "You smell like death, Indy." Oh my god! And just throws up blood on Indy after washing him.
Yeah, it's a great time. I don't really, I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense. We're watching Todd's health decline, etc. It's fine, whatever. Funny scene at the very least. Shortly after, we're going to do something where we get second warning about fox traps from the old man. I don't remember how we got there. I feel like we're doing the weird thing where Todd's out in the fucking random like weeds, just digging.
He was just digging.
And the old man runs up to him and he's like, "Hey son, what you doing? Digging graves or some shit over there?" He's looking for honeysuckle roots, I believe he said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. My next note was, I can't believe I'm saying this, but can I get a fucking jump scare? Because this entire movie is just like mildly being cucked. I genuinely wanted something to just like fucking peep its head around a corner and scare the shit out of me, please. Please. Didn't happen. I guess we kind of got like grandpa jumping a little bit. There was hands and stuff like that we can get to later. We finally get we finally get a jump scare in one of Indy's dreams of Todd, who had fallen down the stairs. What was the jump scare there? There was something there. I can't remember what the fuck that was. Todd's at the bottom of the stairs. I think he like is it a hand, I think, maybe?
I think it was hand, yeah.
Something weird.
Junie,
What's up?
do you know?
Where are we?
Oh my god, were you not listening, you son of a bitch?
So
I mean, we already skipped like 3 other major scenes. I was just letting
And
the fucking.
you haven't brought it up once?
No, I figured we'd
mean-
just ride this one out.
You son of a bitch.
I personally, I was actually listening because this is like the exact moment where like the camera pans in, he's like
Mhm.
in his cage, like with that weird mask on with like the
And he had like
ears
a
and
weird red ball in his mouth for some
yeah,
reason. Or
like
it had straps on it.
it came out of nowhere. I don't understand that, but I mean, like
Then it
the
started playing
hot
the
lady
Killer song.
outside of the cage,
It was like a
that was
lot
my
of
main focus
yeah.
personally.
He kept calling a good boy in different languages, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, like, but like that makes sense. That's like
Yeah.
that's the title, you
That's
know?
the
Like,
title. Mm-hmm.
That is the title.
that's
How do
all
I play
have.
this?
Buen chico.
Buen
Junior, do you
chico.
have any?
Good boy. In Spanish. There you go. Now you got one. You got one. Give me
Hell,
hit
good
with it.
boy.
I feel like I'm watching Nosferatu again.
Oh, I hated that movie.
I was kind of triggered. So, fun little aside. Graham, my wife, and Graham's girlfriend went to go see this Nosferatu fucking movie. And I specifically told my wife, "You're gonna fucking hate this." And she's like,
Wait,
"Oh no."
okay, but was it like the original like French one?
It was the new one.
The newest one.
I haven't
But
seen
it
the
was
newest
a
one.
remake of the original, but with the guy who played in like 17 million movies, like Warm Bodies, Jack and the Beanstalk. He got forcibly cucked in that movie. Spoilers for fucking Nosferatu if you have not seen the original somehow.
How
To be
dare
fair.
you? How?
My bad. It was made in like the 1900s, so I don't know. Maybe step up your fucking watch
Get
list, I
back,
guess.
loser.
Get fucked, pussy. Yeah. That whole entire movie, that man gets forcibly cucked, and it's kind of an interesting watch. Yeah, I figured they were both gonna hate it, and I told Riss to not watch it, and then we watched it, and she was like visibly angry on the way home. She was like, "I did not like that movie." Who would have fucking told you? That's crazy. Yes. So Indy feels a slimy hand on her head while Todd is petting her. After get to this. It's back in the bedroom. It's basically just like the way that we get between scenes is like daytime, nighttime. A bunch of stupid shit at nighttime. Yes, obviously. We're in the bedroom. Yeah. Todd's hand. It's a cool little effect where Todd's petting Indy to calm her down if they hear a loud noise, and after like the third stroke, a slimy, weird black hand fucking pets Indy, and she bites Todd's hand. Todd leaves the room, and we see the slimy thing approaching Todd and beat his ass a little bit, knock him on the ground. I guess just scare him, probably. Didn't actually fight. There wasn't anything cool like that. There wasn't any hands being thrown. And then the door is like wind slammed in Indy's face. Indy is like consistent in this movie, like problem solving. She is constantly like, look, see, problem, solve it, go. She's right now about to jump out of a 2-story fucking window. And then seemingly goes Lassie mode to go get help. But she actually gets back around.
Well, she gets caught. He gets caught in the fox trap
traps.
at that point. He tries to go to the neighbor to alert him that Todd fell down.
Yes, she was
and
going
stuff
Lassie
like
mode.
that. And then she got caught in the fox trap, and then you see a figure approaching Indy, and you think it's the monster, but it turns out it's just Todd. And
We assume it's Todd at the
Indy
very
back.
least, because it like black screens, and then
Yeah.
we get him dragging it back. Yeah.
And he was like, "I told you not to move," and he chained Indy up outside next to a doghouse.
Fucking hate it. Todd just being more of a dick by the second. I was consistently here like, oh no, the fox traps. And like Junie said at the beginning, I literally assumed that a fox trap was like a bear trap, but like miniature, which probably not that effective, I'd guess. But you know,
They do exist though.
that makes sense. Indy's brought home. Todd makes her stay outside, like Grim said, and we get some weird imagery as the night goes. The swamp monster bitch ass is back. We see a fox. The fox literally serves no purpose. The fox is just like, hey, what's up? I'm a fox. They actually do exist in these woods. But then we see a monster fucking swamp monster bitch ass kind of like fade in and out. Todd's just having a fucking like great grand old time. We're watching him basically die inside. He's walking around like a decrepit old man, coughing and spewing and shitting and pissing. We go back to Indy, and a hand pops out of the ground, fucking straight up like Night of the Living Dead style. Kind of like that. I did like that. The doghouse is chilling till Indy runs out of it, and we see her chain getting yanked by a hand inside of the doghouse, pulling her back. But I think what happens here is Indy just fucking full on barrels into the doghouse and breaks the chain off of it.
You
Is that what-
you keep saying she. It's a boy.
I do keep saying she because Indy looks like a female dog to me, and I don't know why. I'm looking it up right now. You guys can gossip for a second.
Don't they
It-
use
I can tell you right now, it's
female
a boy,
dogs
Tyro.
to?
It's a boy dog.
Don't they
It's-
use
the
female
movie is
dogs to
literally called-
hide the pee pee? They did
What?
that in Airbud and shit.
Maybe.
Depends on the shot. There wasn't like any shot where they were like showing the dog's belly or anything. So
Yeah,
it wasn't like,
they didn't show the full on dog dick, so we
Like
don't know
they
for
they
sure.
No red
usually
rockets
like
or anything.
have
Yeah, no.
like several different dogs at a time.
No,
The
it was
way
one
it
dog.
split.
Like
It was
at the
just one
credits, it
for
was
this.
like Indy plays as himself,
Yeah,
and they do say himself. So
that makes sense. I keep thinking Indy's a girl, but maybe I'm misgender. I'm sorry, I misgendered the dog.
you're
I'm sorry.
misgendering the dog.
I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
I'm being really.
On
I'm
the
being
in-
canceled on
You
Twitter.
know,
on
I'm
the
sorry.
internet.
I tried giving you the benefit of the doubt. Anyways,
Yeah,
back
you
to
should.
this
I was just being
cage.
sussy. Yeah.
Anyway, back to the big muscle mommy. Call me a good boy,
Ooh,
right, Junie?
What?
Junie?
broken out. Also,
He's
I just
down now.
remembered.
Shot.
He's gone. He's
I'm
gone.
not gone.
He's gone.
I
He's
just
not responding to
remembered
me.
we have not mentioned once that Junie is using the Nina model.
Yeah, well,
we are.
You know, it's okay.
How fucking far into
Uh,
this?
I
review?
don't even understand what's going on. I'm just here.
Where
Junie is using the model of you. If you watch the streams, of the dog from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Where are the streams? I just
Junie
I-
streams? Junie boy?
I can share my screens with you.
yeah, just
Oh,
send
yeah.
it to me or
What-
something.
This is what it looks like right now.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah.
No, you
Oh
probably
Yes,
said
my-
our sweet boys using the
Yeah.
Nina model.
I figured, you know, it would be very thematically appropriate to be a dog of sorts.
Yes,
I'm
you
not
got that
even
dog
here in
in.
spirit. That's crazy.
Well,
Uh,
Ty is probably doing it.
I had a PNG thingy set up, but it didn't pull yours. Fuck.
That's fucked
Just-
up.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm so gay.
How dare you not prepare for something that you were not expecting?
Yeah, I did actually. I literally
He did.
had it.
He did tell me to bring you in.
What's the fucking thing called? Is it a browser? Existing
It's a browser source,
yeah.
yeah.
group reactives. Wow, you're in, and you're gay. There you go.
On
Yeah,
his side.
You're in and you're
Damn.
get.
There you go. You're in
Say it
now.
louder for the
Yeah.
people on the back.
All right.
Yeah.
for the
I don't
people in
think
the
they
back,
heard you.
they're all gay. Yes. Get the swamp monster. Indy's just fucking being a bad the bone man,
Boy.
a bad boy, a bad boy. I could have just said boy. Holy shit. Yeah, I really like the scene where the hand is pulling Indy back into the dog box, and the hand's coming out of the ground. I thought those were both actually pretty good. I believe the generator also stops at this point. Indy's trying to get to Todd and hears barking from the storm cellar, and the generator stops. The barking from the storm cellar is crazy. It is a little bit ominous. I do wish they would do more stuff like that. I do wish there was more. Honestly, you're doing a cheap movie. You're doing a little bit of a fucking creepy movie. Give me a jump scare or two. Give me a couple. I don't want fucking let me think of a shitty 2012 movie where there was like Ouija. I don't want that. But I'm paying for a fucking horror movie. I'm not. I don't think we paid for this. Sorry.
He did.
No, we did. We didn't pirate it at all. That wouldn't do anything we do. We support movie directors and stuff. Indy's trying to get to Todd and he's barking. Yeah. So Indy finds that dog's skeleton in the cellar, kind of confirming the shit that we know. Obviously, the other dog from Grandpa is a ghost bitch. Swamp monster footprints, invisible man type shit happens once we get in the house. After Indy gets back to Todd, I really like that scene. I thought once again, the little bit of invisible man thing where you're seeing the footprints pop through, but nothing else. Indy the goat returning to the regretful owner. Todd's feeling better for a moment. I said here, do better, Todd. Do better, Todd. However, Todd can't do better because Todd's kind of fucking dead. You may be thinking to yourself, you just said, Tyro, that he got back to him. He got back to him. They're having their reuniting. Todd's spirit is somehow groping Indy. I don't understand. I love it. It's whatever, I guess. Sick. Junior, would you like to the ending here?
I mean, so yeah, like we get a little shot of we get a shot of Todd hugging Indy and being like, "Oh, you know, I'm sorry I was so mean to you and stuff." And then we get like a little pan over shot and we see Todd's dead fucking body laying in bed. It was a very like, "Oh wow, who saw that moment?" Okay, I'm going to preface this now because I called in like the first 20 minutes of the movie that it's like there's not really a monster, is there? And he's dying of cancer or some shit.
How about a big old bottle of pills that I didn't actually look at, but there was a big old
Yeah.
bottle of pills there, and yeah.
He did the what's the craze that people are doing now? Swallowing a bottle of Tylenol.
Yeah, all of us autistic
AirPods.
fucks are definitely doing that.
Yeah. That's what the youngsters are doing.
Correct. You get a little bit of a
But
scene after.
then he gets pulled by like a new chain that just kind of like popped up on him. Then he gets dragged through the house by the chain, and Indy, being the absolute fucking like good boy that they are, chases after and is trying to get him back. And he gets pulled down into the basement under the stairs and into this cave, and the door closes immediately. So like Indy, being such a good fucking dog, decides that like the only way to really like kind of save him is to just like he jumps out the window.
Crashes through it, not just jump out the window.
Bashes through the window. Yeah, like actually, this is like stunt crash through the window moment. Like, and it was great. Goes down to the cellar. We find the corpse of like right at the cellar door. It opens up, and there is the corpse of Bandit, which was the grandpa's dog. And it's like the dog's ghost was basically guiding Indy to help get Todd, and it opens the door for him. So Indy goes running into the basement. We see the cave that we've had like multiple like dream sequences of. Indy, of course, runs into the gates of hell to try and pull Todd back, and actually does get him out of there. Like this little 20-pound dog is pulling this like 200-pound man, or it might even be less than that. It might just be an absolute fucking twink
180
for all I know.
You got cancer. He's literally just a skin bag right now, honestly.
Yeah, judging by how like he's dying, he probably weighs less, so he's probably closer to like an 80-pound twink if I had to guess. And was
he was like 150.
Yeah, 60 pounds easy. You know, maybe like only 3 times the weight of the dog.
Yeah.
Don't forget the weight of the ball guy. Actually, it was at least 2 pounds.
Yeah. But like, Indy pulls him out of this cave, and it's one of those like it's a really interesting moment because then like we see the weird shadowy goop mud man black cum person, as Tyro called him, which now you can confirm is basically death in the most like
background.
That we've seen this whole time. And he like touches Todd, and like Todd gets covered in the same black tar heroin.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Black goop.
Yeah, the black goop. And then Todd's like, this is like the only moment where Todd has had any sort of like clarity in the entire movie. And he's like, Indy, you were a good dog, but you can't save me. Yeah, you were a good boy, but you can't save me. You need to stay. And that's when Todd gets like just kind of walks back into the cave.
He just walks back. It pans out, and he turns his skin melts off. And
that's right. He melted. He melts into a skeleton.
That
was so fucking weird.
And then
they recreate the scene from Indiana Jones, but with like mud.
You know, I'm really starting to think we didn't watch the same movie.
What good boy were you watching? I downloaded the wrong one.
Just so you guys know,
I definitely was watching the better one.
Yeah.
All the thumbnail for this video, if I pussy out and don't do this, you can hold it against me. But I'm literally going to make all of us have ball gags in our mouth, and that's going to be the thumbnail.
There.
That's
yeah. But as it should be.
Correct.
It should be. And then it was just the dog sitting down in the cellar for a little bit.
Yeah, because like the doors are locked. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. For the
Yeah.
thumbnail, it should just be you guys with the
This is
What are you
true.
talking about? You want to be in the gag with us?
You want to be in a cage?
Oh no, I'll be there, but like someone has to say good boy.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's a lot of editing.
I can't allow that to happen on principle.
It's Pride Month. What are you talking about?
It's
Every
not
month is
Pride
Pride
Month.
Month.
Yeah,
Every
it's
month
Pride Month. It's Pride Month.
Every month is Pride Month.
Yeah.
Every Pride.
Okay, so we have confirmed that for Grim it is White Pride Month, and he is now celebrating.
Shit.
Wait, what does that mean for me? Wait a minute.
Hmm.
Is that different?
I think women can
I
celebrate
don't
too.
know. I don't celebrate it.
But anyways, the dog was in the cellar for a little bit, and the sister of Todd,
Yes.
Tom,
Yeah, Vera.
yeah, shows up and she's opens up the cellar door. She's like, "Oh my god!" Because she sees the skeleton of the previous dog of
Mhm.
the grandpa, and
Yes.
she's like, come on, Indy, come on, we gotta go." And Indy like stops there at the bottom of the cellar, looks back at the hole now and then, looks up at her, and then eventually Indy does go up the stairs and leaves.
True.
And that's the end of the movie.
That's the end of the movie. And which I know you guys say that it's death, like because we went into the thing about foreshadowing, like dogs can sense things, like if you're
Yeah.
sick or stuff like that. But so many things happen throughout the movie that you think it's supernatural. Doors are opening up. He's seeing different shit. Like it's not like
Well-
him sensing death. It feels like it is supernatural. In like, as they said before, no one lasts there
Yeah.
longer than a
Listen,
month, and the
like-
longest person that lasts there was the grandpa. And even the grandpa said in like in the VHS tapes or whatever they were watching, was like people like I'm stupid that I came back here or whatever. Everyone died here, or whatnot. So I think it's not death for me in particular.
What
I
do you
think
think? Do you think it was an actual mud monster?
I think it's actually like a evil entity taking the souls of these family members, because as he said before, as we talked about, he's like here's 20 years like worth of family members are buried here at this graveyard.
Yeah. I really want
So
to
it has
assume
to be
it's
something supernatural, because there's too much stuff that going on supernatural wise that you can't just chalk it up to like, oh, this is
Well,
a thing for death.
the thing is that while you could you can make the argument for that, like the counterpoint to that is that Todd literally doesn't notice any of these supernatural
No.
things going on. Like
No,
the
but
he
that's-
only
starts to whenever they're affecting him more
He-
so.
He does.
Sort of.
He does say like throughout the movie, like who's there?
Yeah,
Is
but
anyone there?
Counterpoint to that, it is an
Yeah.
old home, and the noises of the old home could literally,
Yeah.
especially in the mind of someone like that who's sick, could be rationalized as just like the house settling and stuff. Because houses will do that; they'll
You
just
can.
make random creaks and stuff.
He did kind
I
of
know
get thrown
that
You
around by that
never
mud
actually
monster.
get to see Todd
No.
confronting the supernatural potential of whatever might be in the
But
house.
he does see it once he's dead. But that being,
We
you can
see
say that
that,
is
yeah.
death, but it is also him being like, because the
Eaten
thing
by
is
whatever
that
it is.
you can say they alluded to dogs sensing illness or whatnot, but there's so much things from the dog's POV that do not make sense if it was just death.
Yeah. I want to assume that it was supernatural just because if this movie is a big old symbolism for fucking like onset colon cancer that's hereditary or some shit, that's kind of just fucking ass. I'll be
Yeah,
straight
and
with
dogs
you.
can just sense it, but like it comes off way more than just dogs sensing death.
It does.
It,
I want
it
it to be
feels that
that.
way, but like you again, you can equate it to death just as easily
You can-
because even from the opening scene of the movie, we see that Todd is like deathly sick.
Yeah, you can like there's perspective, but I think it's just not coherent enough to be like a sure thing, because there's so many things that allude to it being different than death itself as a
Yeah.
mud monster.
You'd hope. You
Because like I said, because there's so many, like even through the grandpa VHSs, he was like, there's something like I regret coming back here. There's so many things, and there's something weird. It's and then like again, dog beer facing weird things. It has to be more than it's just death itself. Because even when he talked to the neighbor, he was like, "Oh yeah, it's so much thing like so many bad things how they found your grandpa body or whatnot. Like it was fucked up." Like the neighbor guy was like, "Yeah, it was weird," and we never found that dog. We even looked for it, even though the
Yeah,
dog's corpse was in the
it was
basement
literally
of the
right there at
house.
the cellar door.
So
Yeah.
obviously, either they didn't look hard enough, or the dog was just somewhere else entirely, dimensional wise. Like that makes no sense. If they looked for that dog and they said we couldn't even find that thing, even though he was just at the footsteps of that cellar. Like there's so many things that point to not death itself that the dog was seeing. That was more supernatural. And that was him saying like, "Oh, it's a good boy, you can't save me." It was him just accepting like I'm dead.
It's true.
You know, like you tried to save me from this entity. You were a good boy. And that was the end of the movie.
Really quick,
It's
Kelly, how did you feel about whenever they took the mask off of the Mud Monster and they said, "What's new, Scooby Doo?"
yeah. How
Yeah,
did you
how
feel
was
about
that? How
that?
did you feel?
Man, that actually really is a tough one. That was a really intense scene, actually. I was genuinely surprised that they actually like found out who it was, at the
Yeah,
end.
type shit.
Yeah, it was a
It
really
being
quick
Farmer
turn.
Jensen was kind of wild.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say that personally. I didn't,
I mean, we're
spoilers.
at the spoiler part of the video, anyways. We can talk about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I mean we've been there, but yeah, it just I with like how intense like that scene was in the moment, like I didn't really think that they were just release that information to us like right then, but in the end it did work out.
Yeah.
I think it was really good.
Right.
It was crazy when we found out he has his own private island.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where he,
that I
Yeah.
mean that was a weird thing to like add in, but like I wasn't gonna say anything
Yeah.
personally.
yeah, because like, with a name like Epstein, you really can't be throwing that around so
Mm-hmm.
frequently.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and then y- like we have this whole story like presented to us, and like this is like what we've been dealing with like for the past hour ish, and now they introduce like this new like weird like file system in like for like this big reveal. It threw me off guard,
Yeah.
but who knows? That could just be me.
Facts.
So I kind of have come to a new conclusion as to what this movie's entire thing is about, and
Mm-hmm.
it's going to take. So bear with me for a minute, right? I'm
Listening.
taking the approach that Indy can't understand the concept of like death because that's like a very that's a very hard concept even for people to acknowledge, right?
Yeah.
So the real monster was actually like it was asbestos in the house and it was mesothelioma, and that's why everyone in the house died.
I can't believe you're gonna
Maybe.
be hitting everybody, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, right after you said that, I kind of just wanted to cut the podcast off.
Just stop right there with the mesothelioma.
Honestly, if
That
you're
You
would
still
nobody
be
wrong,
can.
something.
You can still edit it down.
I could just
Yeah.
do that. Thanks for watching
That's
Degenerate's
the
podcast.
real plot.
It's been a great time.
No.
Don't call me up.
Don't go.
We still
Release
have
the
more to talk
files.
about.
Release the files.
Why release
Waste
the
dead.
file?
Release the.
I love it.
Like half the people are gonna be like, damn, is this actually about like some weird guy with a fucking ball gag in a cage? And the other
It
half
is.
is like, wow,
Yeah.
it is.
Once again, I just wanted to
It
say yeah, it is,
definitely
and then shut the
is.
podcast
Yeah.
off.
End it now.
I didn't know.
All right, goodbye. I love you all.
Good
Oh no. No.
I didn't do
What
it.
do you
I
wanna
was
say?
I know you didn't.
Yeah.
I was trying to do something fun.
I mean, now we can actually talk about like how we feel about the movie because like
Yes.
we've kind of hit that ending point. So.
If you're a real one, though, build your own adventure and stop the fucking podcast
Dude.
wherever you want to, but specifically at the end because then it gives me more. Yeah, I don't know whatever it does. Go ahead, Judy.
What?
I don't
I
know
don't
what you're
know.
talking about there, but yeah.
It fills my ego that you watch more of the
So
podcast. Thank you.
yeah. I guess where does everyone rate the movie right now? So like Tyro, you said you give it
10.
like a 3 out of 10.
3
Cal
out of
gives it a
10.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Grim, where do you place it?
I would say it's a 4 to 5 out of 10. It's a movie. It's not a bad movie, like, but it's incredibly.
It's so open ended.
It's so open ended. It's. I would say for me, in terms of like scariness, it's a very boring movie. Like you're gonna be sitting there. Is it gonna be a lot of silent, a lot of times? And you're
There
gonna be sitting there.
was like one good jump scare.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna be sitting there very kind of like okay, like, and then there's no real payoff. It's eh. It's very
I
indie. It's very. It's just. It doesn't bring a lot to the table. Nothing really new besides the dog POV. But other than that, it's like, oh, okay. So it's a movie that you can sit through. You're not gonna get too much out of it. You're not gonna hate it. It's kind of just like you eat a biscuit, and it's like, oh,
It's very bland.
it's very bland, is what I'm trying to say. So
I
it's
think
not
it's
a
a
bad
good
movie.
baby's first horror movie. I think
Sure.
Yeah,
it's a little start. I
yeah.
think that giving the director a little bit more money to work on something a little bit bigger, um, doing something well, getting some actual return on
Mhm.
the box office. Ben Leonberg, you could cook. I believe in you. But I don't think this was it, and I think that if Indy
No.
wasn't in this movie, I beg for lobotomy. To be
Yeah,
quite
if it was done by an actual like big company and they produced this, I would probably make it lower. But it
I
was indie,
No,
so
go
I give
ahead,
it a
sorry.
benefit of the doubt. No, no, continue. That
I
was
am
it.
gonna take a bold statement in like a couple of ways, right? Because I give this maybe like a 6 out of 10 as a movie, right?
Hmm.
Because I can appreciate some of the artistic approaches to this, and I am going to unironically compare this movie about the perspective of a dog who is experiencing his owner's like you know like, dealings with grief and death. I'm going to compare this directly to Skinamarink with how experimental the movie felt in certain
Yeah,
places.
that was my thought process.
Yeah. I did enjoy. I did enjoy like it wasn't amazing, but like there I do feel the dog POV was not played into as much.
yeah.
Like because like my question was do you think they used the point of view of the dog effectively for this movie, or do you think they should have done something like just strapping a GoPro to the dog and just doing
I
something like that?
I think the GoPro to the dog would be too vomiting inducing. You know, I
There's
feel
like
like
Gotcha.
gyros or something you could
because
do that would make it
I
less.
already
But
because in that point it would just be like a found. You ever see those found footage movies? There's like
Yeah.
guys
that'd be more
coming with
fun,
their.
honestly.
I hate those movies. It makes me so drunk. You don't know what's going on. So I think having a third perspective, like third person perspective of the dog, is a lot better. I don't think the GoPro would be as good
I think
for
I want to
me, at
compliment
least.
them on the thought process, on the
Yeah,
Yeah.
idea. I think that you're going out of the norm, you're fucking thinking about something cool, and you're chasing it, and that deserves a compliment for sure.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just
absolutely.
That's why I say it would be close to a 5 for being
yeah.
more experimental, being very good shot. There's good scenes and stuff like that. But as terms of entertainment wise, you're not gonna get much.
Factual.
Like they use the one thing I will praise, especially with like their use of shadows, not just like the shadow people in the corner stuff,
Yeah,
but their use of the shadow that had been hanging over Todd for the first like hour of the movie up until the end, where we finally see his face clearly.
yeah.
It's a very good symbolic gesture of like, oh yeah, Todd's got this ever looming darkness over him because we know he's dying
Yeah,
and
you
he's
don't.
just not knowing how to deal with it.
That's one thing. Symbolism. You don't see Todd's face until like towards the end.
Yep. You see him literally after he's dead. That's kind of the really
Yeah,
sad part.
yeah,
Um I think that was good. Um okay, one of the thoughts that I had at the end of the movie was like cuz we see Indy kind of sitting in the doorway like he's waiting for Todd to come
mhm.
back. And I thought to myself, would this be the most fucking awful thing, like gut wrenching thing, if it was like another Fry and Seymour situation from Futurama, where it's
So
Maybe
you
just
make
his
the
just
dog
reference.
waiting for him?
yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
think that's what kind of happened to the last dog, but I'm not sure.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
what I
no, I
assumed.
think
To the dog
I
and the
w-
grandpa.
yeah, Bandit. I want to
Bandit.
say the dog may have either waited or just got trapped
Yeah, but
because
that
it was
being said,
trapped right there at the with the doors closed behind it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's weird because the neighbor did say they looked for that dog.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
So
saying it's probably
it's hard to say.
It's very hard to say if it was a death thing that the dog was sensing or a supernatural thing.
Right. Two other questions.
yes.
Would you have enjoyed the movie more if there was like more given to us regarding the monster, like confirming whether it was actually a monster instead of leaving it open ended?
I think that it
Ye-
depends on what they did with it. Because
Yeah.
they could have made me happy with what they did here if they did it a little better, I think. I think if they gave me more of an ominous feeling throughout the movie, made me on the edge of my seat, made me curious about the story a little bit more, anything like of that variety, I think I could have been drawn in better. And I mean, if you're gonna fucking give me some cool supernatural monster, I mean, you have an easier time for you. Granted,
hmm
it's fucking more done. It's overly done, I guess you could say. Uh,
Sure.
but I think it would be an easier go. I think that it would be easier to intrigue everyone. I don't know. I kind of respect that they didn't just make it a supernatural monster, but at the same time, while they didn't, they did.
Yeah. Like because it didn't because it wasn't so concrete, you don't know if it was a death symbolism or it was a supernatural thing. I think if they fully sent it in supernatural and there was a little bit more wear and tear about like the dog trying to save the guy, the owner, Todd, I think that would have made a lot more compelling movie. Uh and for a wider audience, I would say, because at this point, you're not hitting any market. I would say in like a movie standpoint, like okay, this doesn't really like I don't really understand it. I would have to watch it a couple times, and but that being said, the movie isn't too interesting enough to watch multiple times. Like it's not like a what's that one movie with the kid that makes get his head chopped off during the car stuff.
That's hereditary.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hereditary. Yeah.
Hereditary. Like it's not an like that was more like devilish stuff. Like it was interesting enough. They had a goal and they full sent it, and it's interesting enough that you watch it multiple times that you see the little things. This is a movie that is not interesting enough to go back and see different things because there's not different things to see. There's nothing that develops or sees. It's just very open ended. They didn't full send it in a lot of directions. They weren't clear. And even if they did, they weren't clear enough. So I think if they did were clear enough on what it was, it probably would have hit a little bit harder for me personally.
It's a fair assessment.
Sure.
Didn't really commit, but at the same time, I mean, I get what they're going for. I don't know.
Yeah. Even if they were clear, like it was a death thing, they weren't clear enough that it was a death thing.
It's
Yeah.
Because
very
because
ambiguous.
because like I said, the dog sees things and things happen to him that it seemed more than a death thing. He
Yeah, I
wasn't
definitely
just
agree.
he wasn't just like sure there were scenes that he was sensing and seeing the come dark muddy monster around him, around Todd or whatever. Uh
It's like
but
physically
there's so many
affecting him rather than just like
yeah.
a.
Yeah, but there's so many other things happening around the dog that made me think more supernatural, like doors opening up, him seeing past shit about what happened to the grandpa and the other dog that lived with the grandpa. Like there was so much other supernatural shit that was going on that it made it seem more than just death.
Yeah.
There was a lot of like, because yeah, the fact that like Indy was able to basically have like clairvoyant visions
hmm
of like things that happened was kind of weird.
Yeah,
I feel like those just kind of maybe those kind of detract from it, you know?
that's what I'm feeling too. That's why I said if they full sent it and was more
Yeah.
clear, it would make it a little bit better. But like I said, it gets points for being different and
Yeah.
interactive. But other than that, it wasn't gripping enough for me.
Follow
So
up to that.
it's not going to go past a 5. It
What
is
was your
a
score, Junie?
movie.
My score was about a 6 out of 10.
Six.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I
I
did
would put
like
it
the
like a 4 or 5.
experimental aspects of it.
Yeah, it was. I would say it was a 5. It was a movie.
I compare it to Skinamarink with how experimental it was, but
Mhm.
like Skinamarink also like upsets me at times because that was a movie that felt way too drawn out. This was pretty
Yeah.
short and concise by
It
comparison.
was very
Yeah,
short. It was
it
a
was short
solid
and
hour
concise,
movie.
but it was a very slow burn.
It was
Like I said, there
it's
was not a lot
slow.
of. It was slow, and there was not a lot of payoff for the slowness.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
in general, like
This
the
wa-
story is not giving us much. There's not much of a scare. You're not going in
Yeah.
for a whole lot. You're just like, dog in a horror movie POV? Cool, let's try
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
That's kind of the whole tagline of the movie is just horror movie of dog POV.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So it was like a 5 out of 10 for me.
I have one final question, and this is where I'm kind of like wondering a lot of stuff. Do you think they should have talked more about like what maybe caused the other family members to die?
I think a
Yeah,
little bit
I
Because
more.
that was also one of the most open-ended things, and
Yeah,
it felt like it went nowhere.
I think that's one of the things I was talking about, that it was really open-ended about death or supernatural, because the grandpa did say other people died, and like he was the last, like he lasted there longer than the others, like others lasted there a month or whatnot. So I think yes, it goes into the same thing what I was talking about for me.
Whether it was like, because like,
It's too open-ended.
it's very open-ended because like obviously it could be something genetic, right? It could be
Mhm.
something that like was passed down from like previous generations because Todd was sick way before he even went to the house. He had
Yeah.
been coughing up blood long before that.
Mm.
But then like it just kind of is like, okay, now he goes here to effectively die like everyone
Yeah,
else in the family did.
but it is weird. In the VHS, the grandpa was like, "I leave the stuffed like animals, the whatever, to my daughter, my niece,
Yeah,
and then I leave everything else to my son." So maybe it's like goes down to generations of sons,
because he
I
wasn't even he
guess.
didn't even leave it to the son. He left it to the grandson. He left it
The
directly
grandson,
to Todd.
yeah, to Todd. So I don't know what's going on there. So I think if they touched on that more, maybe, but it was very open ended. That's
Yeah,
what goes back to what I was saying. Like if they full sent it, it was more a little bit more clear about some things. It could be like, oh, but they just
I
weren't.
Yeah. Actually, I did think of one more thing because we did mention it and I don't think we ever like followed up on it.
Mm.
The fox that showed up for like 2 whole seconds.
The
Yes.
eyes in the dark. I mean,
Yeah.
he showed up twice. He showed up when the dog was chained up outside with
And
the
it showed up
doghouse
in the
in
log
the
like
log. Yeah, the
yeah.
eyes in the log. There was eyes there. That's what makes me think there is more supernatural. Again, why would they show that shit if it was just death?
I guarantee you there's probably some sort of symbolism regarding foxes that like you could tie to the movie directly with that stuff. But because of how open-ended it was, it could also just be a red herring.
Which is I
True.
think, again, with all these things going on about the movie, it just does not full send it enough to be interesting. It's kind of just, it's like, yeah, monster dog sees thing. It could be death. It could be this, whatever. So that's why it's a 5 out of 10 for me. It's a movie.
I just don't like whenever they make me infer the entirety of the movie. If you're gonna make me
Yeah,
like try to guess about a certain thing, a certain aspect, a certain fucking character, etc., a certain event, that's fine. Fucking sick. Make me think a little bit. But like you gotta feed me some fucking plot, you
yeah,
know?
or make scenes intense. Like I bring it back to Hereditary. Like
Yeah.
you might not have understood everything, but there's so much guttural and intense scenes that you're like, oh god, this is interesting. This is put me on the edge of my seat. You do not really get that really too much.
No, not really.
Because since you're on the POV of the dog, you don't really care about Todd. And Todd sometimes going, even though he's sexy, he's kind of mean to dogs. So you kind of think Todd's a dick sometimes. So towards the end, he's just like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
Todd.
and you
Like
kind of
you
just are
don't
like,
you
whatever,
don't feel
Todd.
attached. Yeah, you don't feel attached to anything. So it's
Todd's
very,
actions reflect like the
yeah,
same way I feel about anyone named Todd.
you know. So like,
Yeah. I feel like Todd needed some redemption there somehow.
he didn't really get it.
No. He just fucking died. And I guess that's kind of another thing about death. You don't really
Yeah,
get what you want. You don't get an opportunity. There is nothing else. It's just death.
yeah. Even then, again, we don't know if it was his death.
We don't.
Yeah. That's
think
kind of all the bases I wanted to cover.
Yeah.
All right, gamers. Thank you guys for watching the Degenerates podcast. This has been Grim, Junie, Callie,
Yes.
and Tyro. We'll be back, and I'm going to pick something. I'm going to make sure we pick something that's fucking hardcore. At the very least, something that like is going to get me on the edge of my seat, or has like gore or something of the sort. Because
Kept
I'm
here.
tired. What?
I've said for over
Yes.
a month now.
Yes.
We have to watch Kept Here, but Danny is only available one Sunday out of 6 months, and every one of us has fucking work in the morning.
Yes. We'll figure out something soon for sure. We'll try to get Danny back as well.
I
Thank
feel
you
like
guys
Big
for
Boy
watching.
was pretty intense.
I liked all the gay sex. Goodbye.